am having technical difficulties. I think I am on now, but this phone will die. So, all right. About halfway through the first period from Braemar Arena. Chaska Chanhassen Purple taking on Edina White. And it's a 1-0 Edina White game. They scored on a goal, on a kind of a scramble for the whole shift. Thomas made some really nice saves. Charlie Thomas starting in net for the Stormhawks. Made some really nice saves. And then Edina gets the puck behind the goal line and banks one off of Thomas from his back or from his leg or something like that. Stormhawks have had great opportunities. One right here. There's a shot. They score! I think McPhillips may have got that one. Let's see who goes to the line first. No, it's Annis. Annis gets the goal. 7:52 remaining in the first period. They tie it up at 1. Annis scores his 12th of the season. I'm not entirely sure who got the assist as we're trying to catch up here. And we'll see if we can get that later. So it's 1-1. About halfway through the game, halfway through the first period. This matchup between two teams combined only have one loss in league play. The Stormhawks are undefeated at 7-0-0, and Edina White is 5-1-0. So fourth place versus fifth place. The Stormhawks, obviously, by point percentage, are nearly perfect. They've lost one fair play point on the day. Here is Annis, fresh off his goal. He throws it in the middle of the ice and turns it over. Now Reinhardt tried to go D to D. Now he does. Gets it to Robinson. Robinson, long outlet pass. Finds McPhillips. McPhillips get rid of it at the red line. And now the Hornets will regroup and tip it in and go for a change of 3 forwards. Actually, all 5 go for a change, it looks like. Here's Reinhardt. Reinhardt to Tyler. Tyler across. It misses everybody. Kind of goes between Robinson and Jacqueline. Now Tyler cleaning up a loose puck and chopping it to the side for Jacqueline to flip ahead. Tyler was going for a change, so he couldn't skate onto that puck. Hornets back on the attack. Number 21, the second leading scorer. I believe he's not the one who scored the first goal. I'm not sure who got that one. Fair warning here. This phone's battery dies real quick, so this will be an interesting game if I can keep battery power long enough to get this game in. Hornets keep it in the zone, and then it's knocked out. Nice little move to get around Britz, and he blows a tire. Drop pass long to Lund. Up to Jacqueline. Jacqueline's pass just a bit behind Britz, but Britz with that long reach picks it up and dumps it in. And he'll be the first one to skate onto it. Like to see his line mates go that hard to the puck after he dumped it in. Here's Hubbard, not Jacqueline. Jackson Hubbard, first game back from, I believe, family vacation around the holidays. And Stormhawks are now just playing one player short of a full lineup. There's a loose puck. And the slot just slides wide. So Stormhawks are just playing without Cameron Biller, who's out with an upper body injury. Jacqueline, and he, out of his reach, he goes for a change. Here come the Hornets back on the attack. Gets by Britz, but lost the puck. Dumped back in by the Hornets. Kurt will be the first on it. Kurt had a breakaway in the first minute or so. Tried to go 5-hole and was thwarted by the goalie. He got past the initial pads of the netminder, but didn't make it all the way through. And then the goal that was just scored, pass from the corner, either McPhillips or, let's see, I'm not sure who else was on his line. Fed it to Annis alone in front, and he one-timed it home. There's a nice check thrown there, freeing the puck up for O'Connell. O'Connell will dump it in on net and go to chase. Now Kurt throwing a check. Hopa jumping up, and then he realized that he was going to get in trouble if he didn't win that puck. He backs up, so it's 1-on-2. Dump in off the end wall, swept away by Thomas. Now up the side, left for Kurt. Kurt's going to go 1-on-3. He's going to give it across to Severson. Severson gains the red, should dump it. Instead, he loses it. Now to Popa, who does dump it past the head of the referee. The forecheck slowly coming together. Kurt first, now Severson. Now around the wall, gets past. Robinson leaves for Severson. Severson tried to leave it to O'Connell. Now Robinson able to keep it in, but right to Edina stick. He's going to skate 1-on-2. Gets by Robinson, getting hope for Popa. Gets around Popa. Pope checked by Thomas. Helps slow up that rush. Touched ahead by Robinson. Here's a chance for the Hornets. Sharp angle shot. Saved by Thomas. Just sitting in the slot. Eventually picked up by Kurt. He'll flip it up. And just out. O'Connell in the neutral zone. Doesn't know where it is. Now Kurt with it. Throws it hard off the wall. All the way down for an icing. With 3:51 to go in the opening period. We're tied at 1. Stormhawks entering the game 11-2-0. Fresh off a third place finish in Siren, Wisconsin. A tournament up there. They lost to now the number 1 team in the state, St. Michael Albertville, who went on to win that tournament in the Nobody really going after it for the Stormhawks, and now the Hornets with the puck. Turned over, and they never get a shot off. Olsen is going to skate up. They hurry, a 3-on-2. Olsen in, he fans on the pass attempt, and it's dumped out. Too many men. There's like 7 guys on the ice. That was a missed call there by the officials. Holy cow, there was a lot of Hornets on the ice for a moment there, and the puck went right by them. That was too many right there. Thomas will touch a puck to Lund. Lund to, I think, Nelson. No. Yes, Nelson gets it across off the skate of Olsen. And the Hornets will regroup as the Stormhawks will get most of their shift change in. Thomas will leave for Britz. Britz fans on the attempt to put it around the wall. Now Annis will pick up the loose puck. Touch it around the wall to Britz. Feeds it ahead to Nelson, who tries to give it back to Britz. Good stick check there, breaks up that scoring attempt. Now Britz skates 2-on-2 with Annis. Britz throws it in on net, looking for a rebound, and nothing there. And now some pushing and shoving. Britz just went in hard. He didn't spray the goalie, didn't touch the goalie, but the 2 Edina players didn't care for it. I'm already at 33%, so we'll see how this shakes out. I might try to do a separate live stream after the first period, or see if I can get my battery charger to work here. Here's Tyler in the middle of the ice. Gets around 1, leaves for Annis. Annis overskates, able to chop it in. But right to an Edina player, and they make one pass when they're out. Lund defending. Lund takes the puck away. Lund, long pass to Tyler. Tyler's going to skate up. As McPhillips going to the net. Tyler waited a little long. Looked like it should have been an interference there. As McPhillips taken out of the play before the puck got there. And then an outlet pass by the Hornets and missed everything. Go for icing. 1:36 to go in the opening period. We're tied at 1. Annis wins the face-off back. Kept in just by Robinson. Now Annis slap shot going high, just shouldered away by the netminder. Now Tyler looking to escape, leaves it for McPhillips. McPhillips off the end wall. I think he's trying to give it back to Tyler and just was a little had too much of an angle on that pass. And now Tyler chasing, pushed around the wall. Edina able to get it out. Defended by Popa. Now Annis skates it in, taken right back in by the Hornets, and we should have offsides. With 1:05 to go in the first period. Top scorers for the Hornets. Number 14's got 9 goals in 6 games. and 3 assists for 12 points. And then number 21 and number 3 both have 8 points. So those are your leading scorers. I don't believe any of those 3 are the ones that got on the board first. Kicked away by Long, and it looks like it'll go for icing. .52 seconds left. It'll be Hubbard on the draw here. Lost to the Hornets. Shot blocked up high. Bounces over. Jacqueline Sticks got a hustle to get it out, and they do. Got a little help from Hubbard, but the Hornets right back in. Gets around. Now Jacqueline picking up a loose puck. He'll skate it up to the red line and dump it in. Good smart play by Dylan Jacqueline there. He had nothing else, so just at least get it deep and force the Hornets to go 200 feet. Now a loose puck left for Jacqueline. Ooh, and barely won there by Lund. Lund skating and leaving for Jacqueline, thrown to the front of the net off a shin guard, and now Edina will pick up, throw it off the glass, and get it out. It's going to roll. I'm not sure if it'll go for icing. It will not. Stormhawks a little slow to get to it. Lund pushing the walls. A chance for the Hornets in the late going here. Under 10 to play. Up to the point. Pressured by Long. Long shot! That had almost found a hole there, but Thomas got across. Thrown all the way down. We're going to have a penalty here as the period expires. And it looks like Edina is going to get called. I believe number 18, I think, is going to go for something. We didn't see what it was. I'm going to try to get a battery on this. So see if we can keep this thing alive for the period, for the remaining of the part of the game. What are the chances that this will stay attached? Probably not good. All right, we got a battery on. We'll see if that does the trick. 1-1 after 1. I have no shots on the board as Edina, with all their resources, doesn't have a spot for shots. But Stormhawks will start the period with a 2-minute power play. I didn't see the call. We're going to go with roughing, maybe a cross-check. They're battling in front. And it will be Kurt O'Connell and Severson. Your forwards on the power play to start the period, along with Lund and Reinhardt. So number 18 goes to the box. I missed the call. So first power play of the game coming for the Hornets. Kurt will win it back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt to Lund. Lund back to Reinhardt. Gives to Severson. Severson up the left side into the zone. Drops for Reinhardt. Nice little toe drag there, then lost it. Puck rolls in front. Oh, Severson just missed the far post. Now Kurt. He'll dump it off the end wall. O'Connell up high to Reinhardt. Now a pass intercepted and thrown out by the Hornets. Lund escapes one forechecker. Will feed it up to O'Connell. O'Connell will skate up the right side, has Kurt trailing. O'Connell has his stick lifted, and Kurt knocks down a clearing attempt. Kurt throws it in front, off the stick of Severson, now to Reinhardt. Reinhardt down to Severson. Lost it in his skates, still sitting there, swept up and out by the Hornets. Penalty halfway over. Now Lund. Lund closed off, or taken away from him. Now skating up, almost intercepting there is Kurt, but he was going to go 1-on-2. Stormhawks playing a little slower here, thinking that the pressure isn't going to come. Lund across to Nelson. Nelson's long pass misses everybody. Hornets will just take the loose puck and dump it in. Now Nelson in his own zone. Stops and comes to the near side. Take it up. Push it up the wall, but I think he was trying to feed it to himself and instead gave it to a Hornet. Now an outlet pass is tipped. Nelson, he tried to throw it across the red line, and that's intercepted. Nothing doing on this power play. Now a puck dumped in on Thomas. Britz basically just cleared the puck. The pass was too hard for Nelson. And that does it for the power play. Stormhawks 0 for 1 with the man advantage. We're tied at 1 with 12:50 to go in the opening period. Second period. Way too easy of a zone entry there, and tried to hit a trailer late. That's kicked away. Now glove down in the zone. They say that the Stormhawks touched it first. And a little sloppy play here since that power play. And there's another one. It was tipped. That should not be icing. Who touched that? 12:29 to go in the second period. We're tied at 1 still. Looks like the battery is, the little charger's working, so I have a phone that won't charge via the charging port, so I have to get those kind of wireless batteries. So that's what I'm just kind of holding together on the phone while I try to record. So you might be getting more of a radio program than a video program in this game than you ever have before. Britz around the wall. Tyler can't handle, kept in by the Hornets. Now we have a high stick, I believe, called. And we'll just have another face-off in the Stormhawk zone. Annis battling in the corner now with Britz. Britz comes up with it. He will leave it for Tyler. Flips it to the line, just gets out. Nice pass to Britz. He's got Tyler coming in, and he didn't realize it in time, or he didn't get his hips turned to see what his options were. Now a long pass intercepted by Annis at his own blue line, off a stick and into the Chaska-Chanhassen bench. So one of the recent rankings that came out for Junior Gold B had the Stormhawks, I believe, 3rd or 4th, and Edina White just 1 or 2 spots behind. Edina with control for a moment, taken away now. Long gets across the red line and loses it. That's where the Stormhawks got to be more careful. You have a chance to get it deep. Long holding the line, then it slides out, chipped back to the line by Hubbard, and must be offsides or hand pass or something. Jeez. It's interesting, offsides, that it was called from it's a hand pass. Hand pass called from the back official, and that's why it wasn't an offsides. I was wondering why it wasn't, because the official on the blue line here didn't call it. 3-on-2, good stick there by Lund to break that up, and now the Hornets just forced to throw it in. Hopa steps up, chops it out, then goes hunting for the puck. Dumped all the way back down by the Hornets. It'll be Lund on it first. He loses control. Edina with control now. Chance now for the Hornets coming across. Good stick by Long to break that up. Where's the puck? Now behind the net. Edina comes out with it. Feeds it across to the right circle. Now dumped in deep. Almost intercepted by Lund. Getting help from Annis, I believe. Now up to the point. Kept in. That's the near side. Long shot and a glove save of Thomas. That was labeled for the far post. Thomas slid across and made a nice save, and the Stormhawks get a much needed change. Apologize for the poorer video quality than you might be used to, if you're even used to better video quality. This is my regular phone that is not nearly as good as the one I have been using. Long shot, stick saved by Thomas. Now Reinhardt, nice little mohawk move to get away. Now a pass up to Kurt. He's going to go 1-on-2. He's got Severson coming late. Kurt kind of stick-handled himself out of the puck. Now Severson battling. Kurt picks up the loose puck. He'll feed it across, allowing Robinson to jump on it. He does, but Edina wins the battle. Now Kurt with it off a skate is going to come down to the Stormhawk or the Hornet zone. Nice little escape move there to get away from the check of Severson. Dumped in, and Reinhardt will be the first on the puck. A 50-50 check, and Reinhardt goes down, but Stormhawk's allowed to get it out. O'Connell through the middle, and he's chased down. Dumped out to the stick of Brits. He's got to hurry. Gave it to Robinson, and finally it's fed out. Nobody can get a good handle on it right now. In comes the Hornets. Check by O'Connell to Robinson. I think Mitch Robinson at the end of his shift, you can see the fatigue on him down there. Well, at least I can. Comes right on front, sticked away. Oh, then a loose puck just chopped wide. Now Severson. Severson up the middle of the ice. Will try to get it out. Pass to the slot, and a little maybe got a piece of it was Thomas. Now Brits chasing in the corner. He's first on it, trying to force it up the wall. He's shut off by 4 of the 5 Hornets on the ice, thrown all the way down for an icing. That was a very good icing decision there. 8.5 minutes to play in the second period. We're tied at 1. Goal coming off the stick of Will Annis. His 12th of the season, which ranks second on the team. Kieran Kurt with 15. Puck out to center ice. Nelson trying to get it ahead. Now a loose puck. Kicked down by Nelson. Can't control it. Here comes the Hornets. Popa is going to get an interference call. Now a loose puck in the slot. Eventually gathered by Olsen, and we're not going to give him interference. He's going to give him cross-checking. So Popa's going to go for cross-checking. And the first power play for Edina coming with 8:08 to go in the second period. We're tied at 1. Face-off won by the Hornets. We work it up top. Now they lose control, allowing Olsen to get on it, but he can't get it out. He hits it right into the midsection of the Edina defenseman. It's unfortunate there. Long shot missing high and wide. Thrown around the wall by Nelson, but can't get it out. Now in front, looking for a redirect. That goes into the corner. Now we'll go across the zone into the slot, and it's going to be a face-off's going to come out of the zone as the Hornets are caught in the crease. .7:30 to go. We are exactly halfway through this game, and we're tied at 1. Been a very even game, I have to say. Indy Edina with a little bit more of the possession time in the offensive zone. Phillips gets a stick on it, able to get it in the Hornets zone, forcing them to go the full 200. Hornets into the zone, closed off to McPhillips. McPhillips up the wall, but not out. The Hornets at the right circle. Shot saved by Thomas. Around to McPhillips. McPhillips tried to reverse course. Leaves it for his defenseman, who is able to toss it all the way down, as they've killed off minute 10 of the penalty now. On the attack up the left side, bothered by Tyler. Tyler gets on it and gets it out. Hornets regrouping at their own blue line. A little errant pass going to force them to go a little farther. Nice little move to get away from McPhillips. McPhillips got to be careful with his stick there. Got it up into the hands. Edina able to get it in. Now they'll throw it around the wall. To the far side. Shot blocked by Lund. Nice job of Lund to come out and challenge that shot. 13 seconds left to go on the Popa cross check. There's a slap shot right on. Oof. It's fought off a little bit by Thomas. Didn't get that real clean. Now a shot through some traffic, kicked away by Robinson. And out comes Popa. Popa's going to skate. I'd love to see him skate a little faster. Nice goal by number 14 just as the penalty expires. Jack Popa came out of the box relatively slowly. He needed to get across that ice real quick to get his teammate to come on for him. And number 14 scores from a sharp angle, goes high over, kind of far down, and it's 2-1 with 6:03 to go. So the leading scorer for the Hornets gets his 10th goal in junior gold league play. And it's 2-1. Hornets regain the lead. Hubbard around the wall off of Britz's stick now to Jacqueline. Jacqueline digs it out. Hubbard had a hurry there. He just throws it behind. Now he'll chase, pass in front, and it skips by. Forced out by Jacqueline. All the way down. Will it be icing? It just is. .5:34 to go in the second period. It's Edina 2-1. So a little heads up. I'm going to try a different stream for the third period while we have the Zamboni out here. So you're going to lose this stream and see if you can find the new one. And if it doesn't come back, it's YouTube's fault. Here's Britz right in front of, we'll call it the press box. Britz down low. Comes out in front, or at least he tries to. He's cut off. Now trying to come the other direction. He's cut off there. Up the wall. And one pass and they're out. Two passes and they're out. Edina on the attack down the left side. Glove save by Thomas. 5:04 to go in the second period. .50-50 puck there, and kept in by the Hornets. They skate the goal line, pass it in front. That's chipped away. Now Severson throws it in the middle to Kurt. Kurt has kind of stick check from behind. Edina into the zone now. Lund into the corner. Bothered by two Hornets. Pushed her on the wall for Severson. Severson through the middle of the ice. That's tipped. Goes behind Kurt. Here's Edina with a chance on the right circle. Pass in front and hops by the attacker. Now Kurt hit in hard into the wall. And puck comes out. Back and forth we go. Kind of ping-ponging along the blue line. Now O'Connell throwing a check at the blue. Comes to Kurt. Cross to Severson. Severson will dump it in and go for a change with 4:10 remaining in the second period. Loose puck. It could have been a slashing call there. Perry had his stick slashed and he loses it. 3-on-2 come the other way. Gets by Lund. Oh, a nice shot up. Then a nice save twice by Thomas. Lund able to get it out to safety all the way down, and it will be icing with 3:42 to go in the period, in the second period. Thomas coming up big there to keep this a one-goal game. I feel like the official missed the slashing call, though. Perry was skating down the left side into the Hornet zone and kind of a two-hander right onto his stick, and he lost control. Dump it in. It was bad positioning there, and a shot right by the Hornets. Saved by Thomas. Now pass in front. Now comes to Britz. Britz does eventually give it to Olsen. Olsen across to Perry. Perry can't handle the puck behind him, and Edina right back on the attack. Gets around Popa. Good stick of Britz with that long reach of the law. Long arm of the law. Now a slap shot going wide. Rebound comes up by, tipped away by Perry. Perry will skate it up. 1-on-2 with Olsen coming late. Perry cuts across. Now behind the net. Throws it in front. Olsen just missed. Reinhardt. Great chance there. Now a pass across. And Stormhawks can't quite get on it. Now it's kept in briefly by Nelson and thrown all the way down. Popa will chop it ahead, but Edina will jump right on the puck. Here's their leading scorer coming in. His shot saved by Thomas. Now a high puck bouncing at the top of the zone, kicked away by Nelson. Nelson gloves it down, leaves for Olsen. Olsen skating in. His shot off of the knee of the defender. Now back to Olsen. Try to throw it in front, run off the stick of Nelson. That should have been a penalty on Nelson for interference, as he took the stick right out of the hand of the Edina attacker, or Edina defender. 2:13 to go in the second period. It's 2-1. Edina White with the lead over Chaska Chanhassen Purple in this battle of two of the top teams in their division, two of the top teams by ranking in junior gold B play in Minnesota. Stormhawks have only suffered only 2 losses on the season, and only one to a Minnesota team, and that was on Saturday morning against the now number 1 St. Michael Albertville Knights. There's a shot that goes just wide. Reinhardt around the wall. Bounces to Lund, who gets it across the ice to Tyler. Tyler looking to stick handle by. Still on the puck, throws it in front and misses everybody in black, but it comes out to Robinson. His long shot looking for a tip from Tyler, and it's a save. 1:28 to go in the second. To this point, this has been finally the Stormhawks playing in a game where it's either most of their games, there's a shot right off the faceoff by Hubbard. Stormhawks are even blowing teams out or getting blown out. In their 2 losses, they got blown out. Come the Hornets back on the attack. Pass across, and he can't get the shot off. Picked up now by Lund. Lund, stick hand, hooked from behind. No call coming. Lund's still with it, then it's taken away. Now Lund coming in. And I'm glad to see the official put his whistle away there. That wasn't a trip. That was just 2 players battling for the puck. 1-on-2 come the Hornets. Thomas a little off his angle there. Probably a good thing he didn't get his shot off. Pushed ahead, finds his way to Jacqueline. Jacqueline bothers from behind and has this taken away. Flipped in, Lund will chase. Looks like he's at the end of his shift. Now loose puck in the corner, push up the wall. Hornets with it. Bothered by Jacqueline, gets around the stick check of Jacqueline. Now thrown across, looking for Stormhawks left 2 players alone in front. Long ahead to Jacqueline. Through his skates, he skates onto the puck, then overskated a little bit, try to force it in front. Now come the Hornets back again. Kurt picking up a loose puck, flipping it ahead with 11 seconds to play. Kurt leaves it for Brits. His shot right on. Kurt picks up the loose puck. His shot from a sharp angle off the post. And that will do it for the second period. 2-1 after 2. Edina leads. We're going to try to see if we can get the other phone working. So we'll be back in the third on a new live stream, I hope.